So now we understand how conditions work. Let's take a look how loops work. Loops are going to be really important to us because they allow us to execute a line of code based on conditions, and it will be continue to execute a block of code until the conditions is met. Now let's take a look at for loop. Let's go to Unity and let's create a new C# script. Let's call it loop tutorial. Let's open it up on MonoDevelop. So now let's create a new void. Let's call it loop test. Now let's create our for loop. So for we need to start with a new int I equal to 0. So now it's important to understand that the number we're gonna use for in the for loop is usually have to be an int. So now let's put the condition in which the loop is gonna stop with it when it met. So let's put a semicolon that then we gonna make our new condition I less than 5. Each time the loop goes through, it's going to test if I is less than 5. And once it goes greater than 5, it's going to stop. So semicolon, and now we need to do something that it's going to tell the loop how to how to add a value to I. So how to increment the I. So we're gonna make I plus plus. So here let's print a new message. For example, loop plus I. Let's save our code. Going back to Unity and let's apply our code on the camera. Now, if you see, nothing is going to happen. So let's try to make a call for this loop test. So let's call it once on the start method. So let's go back to Unity and let's start. So as you see, loop 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, but the fifth is not there. Why? Because the loop started with 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 5 loops based on the number and the condition we gave in the second statement of the for loop. So for example, if we put 10 and save our code and going back to Unity, and going back, let's clear the console and test again. We're gonna see that the loop goes from loop 0 to loop 9. If you want to add some space, all you need to do is to put space here. Let's test. Everything goes as we want. So it's okay. Now let's try to change the code. So let's change the starting value of I. It's going to be 10, and let's change I will be greater than 0, and the I will be decremented once per loop. So let's save, going back to Unity, and let's start. Now, as you see, Our value will be start by 10, then going to 9, 8, 7 until we reach 1. So it will be until our condition is met.